What's up, Kingdom? Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because here at KC Chiefs Central, we drop the hottest Chiefs news, rumors, and insider talk every single week. If you breathe red and gold like we do, you're in the right place. All right, let's get straight to it. There's a name heating up the rumor mill, and it's one that's making a lot of noise across the league right now. Trey Lance. Yeah, you heard that right. The former 3rd overall pick, quarterback with crazy athletic upside, and a guy who, let's be honest, still feels like an unfinished story in the NFL. He's been floating under the radar lately, but word is, he might be looking for a fresh start. And guess who's always lurking for value? That's right, your Kansas City Chiefs. Let's break it down for anyone not totally up to speed. Trey Lance, 6'4", about 225 pounds, dual threat QB, drafted by the 49ers in 2021. He came out of North Dakota State, where he was just lighting it up. 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in his breakout season. Insane numbers. Big arm, fast feet, high football IQ. But in the NFL, it's been a rocky ride. He got injured early in his time with the Niners, and when he was healthy, it was already Brock Purdy's show. Eventually, the 49ers shipped him off to Dallas, where he's been sitting behind Dak Prescott, basically not seeing the field. And now, there's buzz that the Cowboys might be open to moving him, or that Trey himself wants a shot somewhere new. And here's where things get interesting. For us, there's no official report saying the Chiefs are in on Trey Lance. Let's make that clear. But around the league, people are connecting some dots. The Chiefs did lose Blaine Gabbert this offseason, and while Mahomes is the rock, you still want solid depth in that QB room. Plus, Andy Reid has a history of developing quarterbacks. Remember how he helped Alex Smith bounce back in KC? Reid is a quarterback whisperer, straight up. Now, is Trey Lance coming here to challenge Mahomes? Of course not. This is Patrick Mahomes' team, no doubt about that. But bringing in Lance as a backup with upside, as insurance, that's not a crazy idea. And here's another layer to it. Lance is still super young. He just turned 24. He's got time to grow. And if you're Trey, sitting behind Mahomes, learning from Andy Reid and this offensive staff, that's not a bad situation. Plus, the Chiefs' system is QB friendly. Quick reads, spread looks, creative play designs. It's a great environment for a guy trying to retool and rebuild confidence. And don't forget, Brett Veach loves taking swings on former high picks. Look at what he's done with other guys that needed a second chance. It's in the DNA of this front office to look for those hidden gems. So yeah, Trey Lance to the Chiefs. It's not out of the question. Let me ask you, Chiefs Kingdom, would you take a chance on Trey Lance? Would you want him as Mahomes' backup? Maybe even as a future trade chip if he shows out in preseason? Or is it just not worth the roster spot? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know how you feel about this one. Now, from what I've been hearing from folks close to the team, there is at least some internal conversation about bringing in another quarterback. Nothing's close, but the idea of having a developmental QB in the mix has been floated. And Lance, he fits that mold. Low cost, high ceiling. It checks a lot of boxes. Also, think about the dynamic in the QB room. Imagine Mahomes, Lance, and maybe a third guy. The amount of knowledge Trey could soak up here is wild. Even if he never plays a regular season snap for us, this could be a spot that sets him up for the next chapter of his career. Plus, let's be real. Mahomes is durable, but football is unpredictable. You want a backup who can keep the offense moving if the unthinkable ever happens. I'm not saying Lance is ready to carry a team, but he's got the tools. He just needs the right situation. You know how Andy likes to operate, quiet moves that turn into gold. No one expected Chad Henne to be so clutch, but he came through in big moments. Could Trey be the next guy in that mold? It'd be a smart move, especially if the Cowboys are just looking for a late round pick. Veach has turned 6th rounders into key depth before. And who knows, maybe a year in KC is exactly what Lance needs to flip his story. So, Chiefs Kingdom, what's the verdict? Do We roll the dice on Trey Lance. Would you rather stick with a vet like Shane Buechel or chase the upside? Let me know down below. This is one of those debates that could go either way, and I want to hear from real fans. Alright, that's the latest buzz from the kingdom. If this rumor heats up, you already know we'll be on it. And if you're loving this kind of deep dive content, make sure to hit that like button. It helps more Chiefs fans find us. And if you're not subscribed yet, come on, join the family. This is KC Chiefs Central, where every day feels like game day. Let's keep the conversation rolling down in the comments. And until next time, go Chiefs!